pinball didn't make it.
No? That's too bad. I like pinball.
What do you want?
I want to know what the plan is.
Why you care?
I got just as much riding on this as you. We all convicts here.
Cyrus Grissom, do you copy? Cyrus Grissom, do you copy?
Yes, I copy. Identify yourself.
This is United States Marshal Vince Larkin, Duncan Malloy of the DEA.
Oh, Agent Malloy. I'm so sorry about your associate. Nothing is quite as sad as seeing a grown man pissing his pants.
Listen, Grissom, you puny fucking animal! When I get through with you, you'll be begging for the electric chair!
Hey! I don't like him. If he speaks again, this conversation is terminated.
He doesn't want to talk again. Really. He's done talking. He's leaving the building, okay?
Good, then I'll talk to you. Here are the rules. First I ask a question, then you ask a question.
Okay. What's your question?
In Carson City, your bulls were on to us. How?
One of the guards!
One of the guards.
One of the guards faked a heart attack and we had to remove his restraints. All right?
I see. And what's your question?
Where are you going with my plan, Cyrus?
We're going to Disneyland.
You're lying, Cyrus.
So are you, Vince. Oh, nothing makes me sadder than the agent lost his bladder in the airplane. Lerner Airfield, Poe, middle of nowhere. That's our rendezvous point. 49 minutes from anything resembling authority. So, now you know it.
What's going on, ladies and gents in Cyberland? Coming back to you with another film review. This time we're on to another action film, but I wouldn't say a lot of it's in the air, but a good amount of it is, I think. You know? Con Air. So, I think one of the first Michael Bay films that I watched was either Bad Boys or Armageddon. It was one of the two. But I had, I didn't know he had done... I thought Bad Boys was one of his first films. I could come to find out he had done so many up until that point. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And this was actually one of the more beginning ones that he started to get famous for, with his explosions and his grandiosity with the villains and just action sequences and stuff, apparently. So the film follows Nicolas Cage's character Cameron, and Cameron is ex-military. He ended up getting some years in prison for manslaughter for protecting his pregnant wife. And he is a good model citizen, or good model inmate, doesn't get in trouble, stays to himself, just writes letters, works out, and whatever the guards ask, he just, he doesn't want any trouble. He's just trying to do his time. Of course, he misses his daughter's birth, and he misses her the first couple years of her growing up. I forgot how many years he got. But anyway, he's supposed to get on this plane to get a ride home, because I guess Con Air is where they transport prisoners through an airplane as opposed on a bus Well, things go wrong because John Malkovich's character, Simon the Virus, takes control of the plane. And we have a couple cast of characters in here. I forget the gentleman's name, but he was in Bubba Gump. He's in Justified too. I just can't. Oh man, forget his name. But you got him. You got Trejo. You got Ving Rhames. You also got Dave Chappelle, which was interesting. And and Steve Buscemi too. He has a little bit of a part in here. Oh, and shoot, I forget his name. John Cusack too. He's in it. There's a bunch of characters, a lot of people in here. I just forget all. I've seen them in so many movies. I just forget, the names. And Cameron spends the majority of the film trying to find a way to thwart these guys without them catching on to him, because he knows, hey, it's a plane full of convicts. I can't kill them all, and there's no weapons on the plane. Well, there's one weapon thanks to an agent being on there, but otherwise there's no weapons. So he's trying to find ways to let the FBI, the agents, know what's going on and where they're headed and that whole kind of thing. And the agents, John Cusack, is like, he doesn't know to trust him, but then they're starting to realize they can, because they're like, well, they realize, like, why didn't he get off the plane when he was supposed to? And it was really because one of the guys on the plane, but that's a side story. But needless to say, the film was good. John Malkovich really was he really lit up the screen kind of thing with what he was doing, so it was interesting to see him, because I don't have too many times where I've seen him as a villain, so I was kind of like, okay, cool. As far as the action was good, a lot of explosions. The story was cool. I really enjoyed the story. I was entertained by it. It kept me, I wouldn't say me on my toes, but it just, you just enjoyed it. What was going on through the film. As far as my rating for it, I give it a 9 out of 10 yes sirs. I thought it was a really good film, and I do still watch it from time to time. My only reason why I don't give it a 10 is because I'm thinking, I would say probably maybe another 15 minutes of action would have been nice. I don't know. It just didn't feel like a perfect film to me. It just didn't feel like it. But nonetheless, it's still a good film. I loved it. With that being said, that's the other thing. Outside of the romance with Nicolas Cage's wife at the beginning and then really the end, there's no romance in this film. This is literally just balls to the wall, action, racing to catch the bad guys from trying to get away. That's all, the cops and robbers kind of thing. There's nothing more to it than that. There's no politics. There's no message outside of, I would say, you don't leave a good friend behind kind of thing. That's another way to look at it. And I would just say, you've never seen it, check it out. If you have seen it, watch it again just because I wrote a review about it. Let's see maybe if you agree with some of the stuff I said. So, that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.